But
Okay, so when last we left our heroes, um, you guys had recovered the immovable rod, discovering that the cave-in that you guys thought was blocking it off was some sort of apparently programmed illusion. Um, and you guys were faced with all dead ends, so debating what to do, you went back into the second gargoyle, um, apparently solved the puzzle, and got a gem of seeing out of that, which you know is a gem of seeing, or at least something roughly analogous to a gem of seeing through casting Identify. And you would know the properties of that object, which are that um, you have true sight out to 120 feet, which allows you to see in normal and magical darkness, see invisible creatures and objects, automatically detect visual illusions and succeed on saving throws against them, and perceive the original form of a shape changer or a creature that is transformed by magic. It also allows you to see into the ethereal plane within that same range, and this object also allows you to detect secret doors if the reason for their concealment is magical in nature. And you would also know that this object has 12 charges. And when you peer through it, that's when you get these effects. And once you peer through it, you have these effects for 10 minutes. But then you'd have to expend another charge. So use that wisely.
Does it recharge?
No, 12 charges total, and then its charges are expended. You would know that from you wouldn't have known that, but since you cast Identify, you guys get that information.
damn, I've been looking at it all night, so just looking through it just for fun. Sorry.
Let's see what else. So you guys noticed that some of these doors that you guys had previously gone through had been reset and closed. And that some of the, I guess I would say, evidence of your journey through the tomb, like moving the golden chest into the room with the gargoyle, had been erased. You guys were debating possibilities for why that may have been happening and on what timetable. And you also got some treasure from that one room, including a deck of many things, or at least what you believe from a metagame sense is a deck of many things. Orin would have given you what he knows about the legend of what he thinks this object might be. So that could be pretty cool or really bad for you guys. And you don't know how to activate it probably, but it sounded like you guys were thinking that it probably has something to do with drawing cards. And you guys had brought the gem back into the chapel area, and we're debating your next move. So what would you like to do?
So I at least propose one of the 12 uses is in that room with them. What are we calling it? Mummy? Fake demi-lich? Liar? What? It's like, I forgot the name of it. I'm calling it a mummy. It looked like a mummy. I don't know. But that seems like a... But I suppose using it in this big room seems like a good thing.
Right. We also gender changed
A chicken.
one of the chickens.
Constance. I think I was. I don't clear very well, but having have maps, I was sort of going into this dungeon assuming that it was originally drawn on an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. And so this is kind of I just drew a rectangle around it. Like, so my previous assumption was that basically is where more dungeon is going to be, but I also could be completely wrong with that. So
Yeah.
I mean, I have 3 uses of Stone Shape a day. I could tunnel through to random areas, but it seems like a weird choice for my character to make.
Sure, yeah. That's what I struggle with is like, okay, am I playing as Dungeon Master me who's drawn a lot of maps on 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, or am I River Faven who has has chickens and musical instruments? So
I will say, for what it's worth,
uh,
that I'm not going to say whether or not you're right about anything that you've said, but just from my perspective, this dungeon was designed by a dungeon master to fuck you. So if you want to metagame a little bit, I'm totally okay with that.
So I keep going back to the poem,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Go back to the what?
Who knows how much of that poem is true?
I keep forgetting the poem. It's pinned, right?
Yep.
All right. Let's go look at that.
I have a theory in life, just generally, that if you're wrong, quite.
It's fairly accurate. So it turns out the altar shoots lightning and explodes
Oh yeah.
alternately. But like, okay, so I feel like go back to the Tormentor or through the Arch, and the second Great Hall you'll discover. Right? I feel like we have some understanding of what that meant. Right? The Tormentor was that torture fresco that you guys destroyed.
The thing we fought?
No, in the first hallway.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The fresco that was like it was like a creature grasping at the bars on a window
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
through a door.
Wasn't there
like,
a gargoyle behind it?
yeah, there was a gargoyle behind it.
Okay. Okay. So what was that? All right.
Yeah, and that's who we fought. And then I think River turned it into an animal of some sort, perhaps. Oh, then we
Yeah,
chucked it.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
checked it through the thing that ate Tal's hand.
That's
Yes.
right.
You know, I have to wonder what percentage of players went up to that thing and stuck their arm in it. Like, it can't be. That's got to be a common occurrence. That can't just be me.
Sure, bud.
We'll look at the Steve achievements
A
and
lot of
see.
people go around keep their arms and come out.
Yeah.
All right.
Hector, it's so funny. You can see the rolling shutter effect on your
I know.
little display. I love that.
I know. Sorry.
No,
It's.
I think it's awesome.
I mean, yeah, I look ridiculous at this point because I'm so backlit as well. I'm just this figure with this rolling shutter.
So I'm guessing that the arch, those fog gates are probably a teleportation,
Mm-hmm.
and then this fog gate was a trap, right? Like, okay, so you find out that fog gates mean teleportation, and then this one, which is slightly different, turns out to be a sex change. I bet it's
Oh.
non-reversible too. I bet if you put Constance in there, she won't come back out as Constance the chicken.
But like, I wonder why that would be like the way to fuck over someone. Like if it doesn't change your stats or anything.
But I feel like that's got to be a random effect, and that was
Well-
particularly not.
Oh, you think?
Yeah, like
Maybe. Yeah. I was also just thinking that like Gygax and his friends were playing with the same characters over and over again,
Mm-hmm.
and so like that is an attack not on the character but on the player.
right.
Ah.
I have changed your character.
What if the weed is like phantom, or the fog is like phantom weeds? And like
Oh, we lost you there.
the oh, that's okay. I'm just being stupid.
You're drifting in and out. You're
Am I? I'll leave and come back.
Okay, we'll wait for you. Yeah, he was drifting in and out for me as well. So you think? I would love to test this chicken theory idea. No, sorry, the fog idea of if it's a random, arbitrary, physical change or something, like to throw the same now rooster back in Constance, and see what effect that might have, or if it has no effect whatsoever.
they'll be up to Paul.
Yeah.
So we've gotten nothing out of Shun Green if you can.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. The shun green if you can, but night's good color. What is green among the stuff, or arguably green?
Well, I was
money.
thinking that probably had to do with these orbs, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the only green thing we've seen.
Okay, we haven't been near any of them, right? All right, so just avoid random green shit.
River, do you mind doing just a quick check? Do you mind throwing Constance through the fog to see if either Constance reverts back to a chicken or if Constance has any change whatsoever? Do you mind if we just do that real quick?
Sure.
Oh, sorry.
Constance, good to see you, buddy. And I'm gonna walk over to the fog. Oh yeah, did we throw a chair in there?
We did. It was on fire.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll walk over. I can't move myself right now. What's going on? I just drew a rectangle on myself. That's why.
We used the ring as a key at some point.
We did.
All right. Here you go, Constance. I sort of toss of Constance back into the fog. A handful of feet next to my feet again. Whose trust I've betrayed so much.
Okay. So you throw Constance through the archway. The rooster flaps awkwardly and goes through, squawking along the way. But once it passes through the archway, you stop hearing the squawking, and you do not hear anything that sounds like the noise of, some creature landing on the other side.
Before we did, right?
Before you did, and then it came back when you tried to coax it through.
Dang, that's another dead chicken.
I'm gonna call this fog a bust and just not go through under any circumstance.
All right. Well, now I have to. My chicken notes. Constance, roostered,
Mm-hmm.
and now maybe dead.
MIA.
So I do think that the knight's good color is for those of great valor. I think that's representing going through the black orb and coming out in the area we are now. And then it says, if shades of red stand for blood,
Yep.
the wise will not need sacrifice aught but a loop of magical metal.
Which was how we got to where my character is standing.
Yeah, that's how we got through that door. You're well along your march.
Wait, okay, so 2 pits along the way will be found to lead to fortuitous fall, so check the wall. Did this happen twice or once so far?
Once, and that's where I'm at, is thinking. So, thoughts that I think are plausible.
Mm-hmm.
One of these pits has a magically concealed door in it,
Right.
which we could find with the Gem of Seeing.
We could probably realistically use the I could oh, I forgot if I have wind wall anymore. I might not have wind wall anymore. Never mind. I was gonna say I could help with that, but we could probably use the 10 minutes to do a decent amount just along the 3 pits and then everywhere. You think we could make it like all the way to the fake lich room too? Or you think that's a bit too much for 10 minutes?
I don't know, maybe. I'm also wondering if this is a really long hallway to have nothing in it. Just end
What?
it in lava and sadness.
Okay. Yes. But I hate that freaking hallway, and I really think it's a bullshit hallway to lava. I don't want to go back there. Like, personally, I have no interest in going back in that direction.
I kind of agree as well. I think it's
I'm
just,
so angry.
just to fuck with us.
It was one
Since I
session. It was on one session. It was
It's
a
one boss session.
Yeah.
It was a boss session.
I think that was meant for like a party kill, to be honest. Like, you get
Oh
in
my
there,
God.
if you don't think about this right, your whole party is just dead with the fire
It
damage.
almost was a party kill.
Yeah. But I don't want to go back in there and be like, let's, just in case it wasn't. I'm like, it totally is.
Hey guys,
So I'm wondering if. Oh, go ahead.
I missed that session. Did anyone test to see if the lava was actually hot? Like, considering we had a rock cave-in that wasn't real rocks, like, could it have been an illusion?
Well, the lava itself, in theory, might have been an illusion, but the damage we were taking from what would have been the heat of the lava was very real.
Yes.
So, like, at
Oh,
least
okay.
we were above the lava was really painful, and I think it seemed like the closer we were to the lava, the worse it got.
But, well, that's good. Not for me.
I'm thinking we go use this Gem of Seeing on those 2 pits.
Okay.
So that means
In-
this poem has actually been in order, right? Like, have we?
Yeah, that's what I'm noticing, right? Is like we can theoretically follow this in order, which the next is 2 pits along the way will be found to lead to a fortuitous fall. And then these keys and those are most important of all. Beware of trembling hands and what will maul. If you find the false, you find the true, and into the column hall you've come. So that's what I'm trying to say. I think maybe there is some kind of illusion along this hallway that will lead us to the columned hall. And there, the throne that's key and keyed.
Okay, so two pits along the way will be found to lead to a fortuitous fall. We had one supposed fortuitous fall. Fortuitous fall leading to I guess the room with the gold couch, if you wanted like the gold couch somehow. Like that's
Yeah.
a big thing, but is there anything else that makes it fortuitous really?
Well, we found the deck of many things and all the gems that you used, that River used to get the.
Wait, was that all down there? The
Yeah.
mace was down there. Okay. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. Shun green. Was there a green that we actually suffered from, or have we just not encountered green and probably luckily like we're
Oh
good?
wait, the masks aren't the masks.
What?
What mask?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, we got robot voiced on you again. Sorry.
Oh, the mask was green that you stuck your arm through. So
Oh, was it?
yeah,
Oh, nice.
Oh,
is that that's true, right, Chris?
Yeah, the sculpture, the face was green in color. The inside of the
void
mouth
was
was pitch black.
wow! How did I must have completely not cared about the color of the. Like I thought I just heard.
I remember you when you did it. You said, "I'm going to trust in my valor and stick my hand through." So I think you thought the black was the black was knight's color, and it was 4-grade valor. So you're like, "I must need to be brave." You stuck your hand through.
That sounds right. All right.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So
Which I appreciated, just didn't work out quite the way you seem to think it would.
I guess we just need to find another pit. First of all, we were sure that this is all the pits, right? Like, we've never triggered any, so it must have been good, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm down with using the stone for the pits, and even if Chris decides that we would need to do another charge to get to the mummy's room, I'm willing to spend that extra charge for like that entire space as well, since that would leave us 10. But like, I'm down for this plan.
I
That
think you should probably be able to hit both of them, right?
theoretically, but even so,
as long
like,
as you have 2 hands and can climb a rope, you
oh,
should be able to.
except,
Like,
oh, sorry, Tal.
Look, it's fine. Don't worry. You guys can see. I'll just trust what you guys say. There's
I think
zombies
if,
everywhere.
I wish that one of us had skills in jewelry making so that we could turn this gem of seeing into a monocle with like a chain, because it just feels like that's how
oh,
it
that would
work
be
best.
sick.
All right. So does Tal open the door for us?
I don't think it ever closed because I think one of our theories was this could actually be a daily thing.
Hmm.
Mhm.
As opposed to like time of when this occurred.
It is still open right now.
All right.
So I guess we're just good to go.
Right.
Wait, so if that's true, then how much of this have we gone through? We're like halfway. A little more than halfway.
We're well along our march.
Okay, fine.
Just saying.
Fine.
I'm just gonna put out there again that I think you guys, maybe you killed the Sarek, you got the treasure, and you're good to go. Maybe you
I don't
guys can
think
just
a
leave.
single person here believes
We
that.
don't actually know how to leave, Chris.
That too.
The only door back to where we came from is closed, and we don't know how to open it.
Guys. I can. Does any of us have a shovel? Like, because I can theoretically every day produce enough food for us and just slowly stone shape us
Stone
out.
shape our way the fuck out.
And I would just need someone to have a shovel when it gets to like dirt and shit. Like, cause I don't really know.
No,
Maybe
you can
I
still
would
use
do it.
stone shape. You just
Probably would.
now you're shaping the stone into more tunnel down the way.
I have a crowbar. I mean, you can do a lot of digging with the end of a crowbar.
Also, I'm a druid. I could probably turn into something that burrows.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say, We also, I think, made it fairly clear that we don't have shovels when we first entered the thing, and we had to dig with our hands to get this down to get the sand away from the front door.
I forgot about that. That's fair.
Yep.
Okay.
So
I'm here
whoever
for
wants to use the seeing eye stone and check for fortuitous falls in these other two pits.
Fortuitous autumns.
Indeed. And if you find nothing, I think with 10 minutes you should be able to get down to the Lich's room and see if you see anything interesting down there.
Be sure to check along the way and oh, let me see if I have
Who has the
wait,
magical
who's using
mace?
it?
oh, I still have Windwall. I did not get rid of it. Wait,
We did have a long rest.
is that right? No, then to everything else is stupid. That's why. Yeah, all right. I still got Windwall, so I can go back down there and be prepared to. Windwall, yes. Windwall the fog away.
I don't think you need to wind wall the fog away.
Well,
If we need you to, we could ask, but
I'll be. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'll do it like if you guys need me to. But I think if you hold your breath and you still see through it, you could see through the fog. Maybe, I don't know. Who's actually doing this? Sorry.
Yeah, who's doing it?
well, you have the gem.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I'll do it.
What's your investigate like stuff? It's decent, right?
I have a +5 in investigation.
Yeah.
I have a +8 perception.
That both sounds good.
Okay. Well then, so am I climbing down into the pits and looking, or am I looking from above with the stone?
Oh,
True sight, if it's magically hidden, you should just be able to see it, right?
I hope so.
As long as you've got a good angle, I mean, that's a reasonable assumption.
Yeah,
you can
alright,
you can
so
see
then-
along the walls of the pit from above. It's only 10 feet deep.
Yeah. So I think you could just be looking down.
Okay. Well then, I will do as much as I can in this 10 minutes. I hold the gem to my eye. I have to say a special word to activate it, right? I think I was told that last time. I forgot what it is now.
Yeah, there's a command word. It can be abracadabra. I mean,
I think it should be Mixus Spitlick.
What's it
kill
from?
Tipsy's him.
Mekaleka High,
Yeah,
Mekaleka
that's pretty good.
All right. So I say that I walk around the first pit. I look into the pit.
You jumping down to the pit, or you're staying above?
I'm staying above and looking at all sides of it, walking around it.
Okay, so you peer through the gem of seeing. Once you speak the command word, your vision, as seen through the gem, shifts, and you see sort of like swirling colors and mists. It looks a little bit like you're looking into the upside down from Stranger Things, but you're still seeing the normal world in front of you. It's just kind of slightly altered, and you're not seeing, looking down into that pit, anything that seems to be grabbing your attention as a secret door.
I continue on looking into the other pit, or moving to the other pit, and as I do, I intentionally look at Orin as I shift over to the next pit, because I want to see if he looks weird, or if I can see his bones or his dick.
Okay, looking at Orin, he appears normal. He's just kind of his image is slightly wavering, kind of coming in and out of focus, but you don't see his bones. He doesn't appear to be nude or any other effect like that. Looks normal to you.
I thought you were saying, but his dick is magical. Yeah. Oh. Okay. All right. Then I continue walking around this middle pit to look and see if there is anything special down there.
Looks similar. You're not seeing anything that looks like a secret door, at least best you can tell.
Okay. And I'm going to attempt to drop down into this next pit. But I have to, like, as soon as I take the stone away from my eye, it stops working, and that's like been one use, right? Or is it a 10-minute time limit that I can put it down, climb down a rope, and then put it back to my eye?
You have a 10-minute window, so you can stop looking through it during that 10 minutes.
Okay. So I will climb down. Was that the thing, guys? To try to climb down this pit, or was it to continue down this hallway?
Do you have a rope right now? I don't think you guys... Did you guys leave the rope? I thought you took
I
that
thought
back.
we left the rope hitched to the post that was stuck in the wall.
The baton, yeah, I thought so. If not, I have a rope. I could use my hand on the rope.
I mean,
Yeah, let's... I thought Oren said he was planning on recovering the rope, but I could be wrong.
Yeah,
the
that's
rope
fine.
is mine, so I'd be a little surprised. Like, I thought the rope was mine from here, wasn't it? Or do I still have mine just randomly?
I think you re-added your rope later. Like
Okay.
the rope was no right because
Who's
I
rope
think
is
I
that?
wound up hammering a piton in the wall over. Oops, sorry, River. Over here, I think the one that holds this in is Tal's.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, this one is still here, and that's mine, right?
I think so.
Okay.
We can say that that's true. I'd just like you guys to update your
Yeah.
inventory to make sure we're keeping track of that.
Yep.
Yeah, in use.
All right. So then I climb down it, and
Oh, I do hide. I do have it saying hide.
I walk through here with the thing over my eye, and I hold my breath and walk into this room, which, you know, probably walking quickly. I mean, I'll leave it to Chris's understanding of how quickly this can go, or how much time I have. But, you know, doing the I live in New York City, I don't have time for slow walking people.
Making my way downtown.
Are you
Yeah.
still looking along the way through the gem, or?
Yeah, as soon as I'm not climbing down a rope, I plan on having it in front of my eye.
You're trying to look back and forth to the walls, but you're moving
Yeah.
quickly, is what you're saying.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm following from a safe-ish distance, 5-10 feet.
Okay. I'll say that, so as you're going through that first corridor and down the double staircase with the small landing there, nothing's catching your attention. Once you get to the hallway with the gas, as seen through the gem, appears to be slightly transparent, so you're able to see the walls a little bit more clearly when looking through the gem. Nothing is jumping out to you there. And then so you're going down into the staircase
Yeah.
that leads to the yeah. Okay,
I
so
would be in here, but it's, you know, it's small, so I'm trying
from
to.
from the top of the staircase, looking down at where the cave-in was, Oren still sees the cave-in, but looking through the gem, the the image of the cave-in appears to be slightly transparent. You can see right through it. It looks like you could. It's clear that it's an illusion.
Mhm.
So you're okay. So you're entering the room.
Yeah.
Okay. Looking around the room. Also, nothing's kind of grabbing your attention. You don't see anything that looks like a secret door.
Okay. Well, that's probably the extent of what we can accomplish in 10 minutes with
Yeah.
this
Sounds about right.
first use.
Yeah, I'll say you're at
All right.
like 9 minutes and 30 seconds now.
Yeah. I lower my sadly not a monocle, and I'm like, well, sorry, Orin, I don't see anything except for all the things that we know are magical. You look great though, super handsome when I see you through this gem.
I think that would make Orin a little uncomfortable. He might blush at that.
I'm gonna hand Orin the gem though, and say, hey, if you want the next go, I'm offering it to you.
No, thank
This
you.
is your quest.
Does River have the mace?
I do have the mace.
Cool.
I guess we should go back and tell the others that we didn't find anything down here.
Yeah.
We don't have any type of keys, right?
I don't.
Okay. Keys or something. So we still haven't found the second fortuitous fall.
No, we have not. But that also could be a lie.
I mean, yeah, it could be, but everything else in the poem has been accurate, right?
Well, everything else in the. I mean, what about if shades of red stand for blood? What does that mean?
That's not like a tautology almost. I don't know if that's a real thing. I can't tell if that. I don't know what if shades of red stands for blood means.
Yeah.
I mean, at the beginning, remember, you guys all followed the path of blood, and I walked the opposite route, and you guys fell into pits, and I didn't. So maybe that's what it means.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's a little late, right?
I'm interested about the fact that there's a like the red path picks back up.
Oh, right.
Wait, what?
So it's not just in that first space, it's also in that weird church space.
Oh. Oh, you don't think we gotta go all the way back to the beginning to try to...
No, I don't particularly.
Okay.
I do wonder if everything's reset. If we get back to that main hall and fight that gargoyle again, I wonder if we can take his stuff.
Okay.
I'm just saying, if there's, unseen servants resetting everything all the damn time. So anyway, I let people know that River didn't find anything, and yeah. So the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this 60 feet of room beyond this door in the upper left, up by the roll tracker.
Yeah.
That is all part of the the lever trap, right?
Yeah. It's the actual past the door. I think it was
Anything past the door. There's like a 1 foot ledge to stand on.
well, I'm not sure because I stone shaped something, but I haven't been down there. We don't know if it got reset somehow.
Yeah.
it could be like back to what it was before.
As I recalled, that what it was before was there was a small ledge to stand on.
I thought that was because I used stone shape or something, but maybe
Maybe.
I don't remember.
All right.
You had stone shaped the wall, not the floor.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like, to
To-
yeah.
Did we do a throw?
Right, because the door has like 50 billion locks on it,
Mhm.
Oh yeah, we didn't know what.
and they're all magical. And so I was like, I don't really want to touch those. And you were like, well, we could stone shape through the wall instead.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Well, if people are cool with it, I'd like to use a charge to walk up and down this this hallway and see what I can see.
I think we need to go into that room again. The one with
Into the lever trap room. Yeah, I suspect as
Yeah.
much as well.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that could be the second pit that leads to a fortuitous fall.
Could be. Yeah.
Maybe. Who knows?
Not only that, but
Ah,
these
God.
keys and those are most important of all, and beware of trembling hands and what will maul. I can't help but think these keys and stuff that relate to the locks themselves of that door.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, but then would there have been a fortuitous fall along the way that we missed? Then?
Yeah, maybe not. Who knows?
Give it a
We
charge.
did like a thorough track, like a hit each channel along the way, right? Along the way.
You could also claim that the two fortuitous falls are the two secret rooms that we found that had the loop of magical metal and the gem.
Hmm.
They're not
Yeah,
pits, but we did get there by checking the wall.
Yeah, but then that wouldn't be. At least that would not fit the theory of it being along the progress time. Like it would have been before the sacrificing magical metal or whatever, right?
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Fair enough. No, that's totally valid.
All right. So are people cool with me using another charge?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we got it.
Yeah. All right. So we have 10 charges left.
After this use, yes.
So I after this use, I put the gem to my eye and I say whatever we decided the command word was. Was it Mitsipitlik?
It's a Philix.
This is Sparta.
Kill Tipsy Sim.
Kill Kipzizim.
But,
Yeah, there we go.
yeah.
The best magic word. And I just like aggressively walk up and down this hallway looking for anything.
Show us your model walk.
Okay. So you walk with purpose down this hallway, trying to look back and forth between the walls. You get a similar effect looking through the gem. It's sort of this. Everything has sort of an otherworldly look to it. There's these sort of swirling clouds of mist, and everything kind of slightly comes in and out of focus. You do see nothing that looks like a door, but about halfway down the corridor, you see what seems like it's probably similar to the description that Diaz gave you of that floating pig monster,
Hmm.
where it's this this creature is walking horizontally through the hallway in front of you. It doesn't seem to turn to notice you, but it's coming from one wall. The west wall crosses through the hallway. It goes back through the east wall. Doesn't look like a floating pig monster, though. You only get a very quick look at it, but it's looks like it's a large creature that has some sort of talons or on its hands and on its feet. Looks sort of reptilian in nature and has a lot of spikes on its back. And a very short neck. But,
Can you-
before you get a better look at it, it goes through the east wall and keeps going.
Can you mark where on that hallway that happened?
Sure. That
Miss-
happens about there. Is where you saw the creature going.
Okay, unfortunately, it doesn't line up with where I originally saw the creature either. It's a little, like, off.
So you see that. You're not seeing anything that looks like a door. And I'll say you've gotten all the way up to the door with the locks. You do still see the hole there from Stone Shape that appears to not have been reset. But are you continuing? So you haven't seen anything up to this point other than the creature through the gem.
Yeah. Let me poke my head through this little opening and see what I can see on the other side. Carefully not setting off the trap.
Okay, so staying on that side of the wall, looking through the hole, you see the glow like that of a small flame in the distance, presumably now you know from the lava. But checking the floor and the walls best you can, not seeing anything that looks like a secret door or something else invisible or any kind of illusion doesn't become apparent to your eyes.
So I have...
I'd like
Go ahead.
I'd like to tell Diaz what I saw. Did Diaz also see it if he was following along?
If you describe that to the rest of your party, none of them actually saw it this time. Only you, looking through the gem, saw it.
Interesting. I'd like to check the walls where it crossed. Like investigate them.
What do you? Are you just looking at it through the gem, or you're trying to figure something else out?
I want to use the gem as well. I just ooh, boy, that is ugly looking.
Yeah, I just typed in reptile monster and
That is actually pretty close to what you saw, though it didn't have a tail.
Interesting.
oh.
All right,
yeah,
give me a perception check.
$27.
Okay, you're not seeing anything out of the ordinary about those sections of wall.
Okay. I guess I put the gem away. I didn't see anything. I got nothing. Friends.
Boy.
So here's me with my question that I was going to ask before. So this place with the lava pit, right? We know that that the floor kind of gives way and does this sort of like pendulum move, correct?
Yeah.
From our experience in being in this room, do we know where the pivot point is? Is it like kind of dead center in the room, or is it like much closer to like the beginning of the room? You know, like if that's the pivot point, or is it like closer to like this?
If I remember correctly, the trigger point is halfway through, but the pivot point that you're talking about would have been closer to our door. Like,
Yeah.
so we would be halfway along your arm
Yeah.
before, like, we actually trigger the trap, but it does mostly go down on your elbow.
Okay, so here's my question. If we can recall, or if the dungeon master can let us know, if it truly pivots like here, like the trigger is here, but if it pivots like this, do you notice that this part of my arm has to go up for this to work?
Mhm.
If we put the immovable rod right there and trigger it, would this just not be able to move? Or would it overcome the power of the immovable rod?
Nothing can overcome the power of the immovable rod. That's the whole point.
I thought it was like 10,000 some pounds or something.
It does say 8,000 pounds,
Okay.
Mm.
but
More weight than that causes it to deactivate and fall. Okay, fair.
But you could probably just grab it or something, right?
It'll come towards us. It'll just follow towards us, and then we'll just grab it on the way. So that's
I
my
was
question.
thinking-
I will say in my universe, I think the immovable rod is a little bit more immovable than 8,000 pounds because I just think that's cooler. It would have to be
TM roll.
a little bit more. Some otherworldly force could move it. It's not,
Yeah.
as if no god or man
Right.
could ever move it, but
But no
a little
earthly
more than
thing.
8,000 pounds.
Yeah. Also, like, it does kind of feel like 8,000 pounds is just like a huge number. It doesn't really feel like. It doesn't feel intentionally chosen. It just kind of feels like, well, it's a big number. I don't know, like 8,000 pounds.
Yeah, so that's my thinking. If like we put it here at the entrance, even if we trigger it, it'll be like, and be like, okay, cool. Now let's like keep walking.
Would it like just break part of the stone?
Yeah,
And
like
that's
there's a
the-
lot of failure modes that could cause the thing to
Mhm.
continue.
I was just thinking about that kind of earlier today. I was thinking about Thor's hammer and how like no one's able to pick it up, but he's able to set it down on like any surface for the most part without causing too much of a problem.
Right.
So like, what is the limitation of that?
I always figured it was kind of like a fixed point in space kind of behavior, where like Thor can move it wherever he wants, but when he goes to like set it on a table or whatever, he's not really setting the hammer on the table. He's just sort of leaving it in a position such that it looks like it's on the table.
Yeah, I kind of think I agree with that. Like, I don't think
I think
it's
it are.
feel heavy, particularly, right?
To my understanding, it's not the weight of the hammer. It's the enchantment on the hammer is you have to be worthy in order to lift it. So
Yeah.
if Thor puts it on somebody's chest, they can't move it. They can't lift it. And that's he
Yeah.
did that in the one movie, I think.
But like,
It has a normal amount of weight to it.
say he put it on a shapeshifter, and the shapeshifter shapeshifted to like a body that was less than what it was before. Would the hammer like just fall on him, like, and would it hurt, like, or would it just suddenly be there?
Good question.
I would love to go off of Francis's tangential riff and say that he puts it in a point in space and then the Earth continues going and the hammer is just like, bye, you're in space somewhere.
I mean, in the early comics, Thor would fly by throwing his hammer
Yeah.
and just riding along with it, which is such a bizarre thought.
I also read how like when he fought the Hulk, that the Hulk grabbed Thor's arm while he was holding the hammer and hit Thor with his own hammer by contorting his arm, which feels like so that thought made me think of the okay, well, if the object that the thing is on can be moved,
Right.
would an immovable rod not just be moved by the lever that is, or the levering floor that is still moved? I don't know. I think it's a DM's
question.
call, and it's
I can't believe we're having such a philosophical discussion about getting into this awful, terrible room. Why are we having this discussion in the first place?
I don't. Do you have a better idea? Like, what do you want to do instead?
I don't. I just hate this room. I'm gonna be at a safe distance behind the door.
So one thing we could do is I could tie a rope around my waist, and you guys could all stand on this end of the trap, and I can walk because I'm the lightest of us. I can walk as far as I can get, trying to have you guys on the act as a counterbalance, right, on the safe side of the trap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Treehouse of Horrors, when Homer goes into the 3D land, you're Bart Simpson going into 3D land with a rope around your waist?
Yeah.
Got it.
And then if the trap triggers, you guys help pull me back up.
Yep, just like Bart Simpson.
Oh my gosh, what if Orin ends up in our world?
Yeah.
Fucking wild, dude.
He'll be in the erotic cakes shop. That's for sure.
Exactly what I was gonna say. That's exactly what we gotta.
I don't know. Given how he blushed from me calling him handsome, I don't know if he would.
I can go back and grab my 50 feet of rope. I don't know if 50 feet will be enough. You want to like tie two 50 feet ropes for this?
I think for now, I've got a 60-foot length of silk rope, I think.
I've got nothing.
Where are you, rope?
I have 49 feet. Remember, I did unnecessary crafts.
Right. I have 50 feet of silk rope, so we can use that for just to see if this is effective. And if it is effective, then we won't need the rope, right?
Yeah. Okay. Also, I realize I have mending as a cantrip, which is really good if we need to cut our rope for any reason.
That's a pretty cool cantrip.
Yeah, I could just mend it back.
Yeah, I somehow lost 5 feet of my rope, and I don't know how.
I
you know
believe
what?
it
I
got
bet it was-
singed by the lava.
I bet it was burned up by the lava. So another point for the lava Israel camp.
Oh, it burned the fucking rope. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so you guys are all going to come stand right by the door with your backs up against it.
Yeah. Is the stone, do I have the stone shape again? What's the status of the,
He said it was still there.
The hole is still in the wall.
oh,
Did I hammer a baton in here?
You did.
Okay, so I'm going to anchor one end of the rope to the baton and the other end to my waist.
it'll be like here.
Oh, I actually have an
Oh, no,
important
I thought you guys were all
question.
going to come stand inside the door.
What happened?
Yeah.
Oh, inside the door?
Yeah, let's go inside the door, but my question is, there's an argument about the immovable rod that I would like to be clarified in this particular campaign. Can Mage Hand activate and deactivate the immovable rod? Yes or no?
I would say yes.
Okay,
should
cool.
be able
You,
to
you,
because
you
it's
activate it by
a
pressing a
switch,
button, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say Mage Hand can
Can't
do it.
push buttons, so...
Apparently people argue against it, and I'm like, those campaigns are sad.
I could be convinced, but in my universe,
You can use the hand. It says it explicitly. You can use the hand to manipulate an object. End of story.
it feels clear cut to me. I'd have to hear the other side, but I rule. It works. So, FYI.
It's like Unseen Servant should be able to use it too, because if he can fold laundry, he can use the immovable rod.
Oh, apparently the mage hand description says it can't activate a magic item.
Ah,
Is it movable rod a magic item?
it is.
Oh.
Technically, I think it's a wondrous item, isn't it?
Yeah, that's different.
Well, it's magical.
Yeah.
Can't activate magic items. Yeah. Okay. That actually changes my mind.
Ah,
I don't think Mage Hand could do it.
What about Unseen Servant?
I would argue that the immovable rod isn't magical.
It's not magical until you click it. Yeah.
Well, does your DMs? So most magic items give the aura that that an item gives off if you use detect magic.
Right.
And usually when I see immovable rod, it doesn't mention an aura of any kind. But I don't have my 3.5 I don't have either of my manuals here, so.
Until you or another creature uses the rod as a move, the rod, blah, blah, blah.
I think of the rod as being enchanted to perform a magical function, which is why anyone can use it, and that's why I would think that it is. Yeah, it performs a magical task, but it does not. The functionality of itself, pressing a button does not require magic to do.
This is the nerdiest one.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what is another. So to me, that's activating a magic item. The immovable rod is a magic item, and you click the button to activate it. So you can't activate it with Mage Hand. Now that physically doesn't make any sense to me, but that appears to be rules as written and arguably intended.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't. I'm trying to think of another scenario where you'd have a magic item that you don't have to like somehow interact with it in order to activate it.
Wands, stabs, rings.
Right.
Right, that's the thing. Like, I think that's what it's intended.
Yeah.
It's like, Mage Hand can move a wand, but it cannot do the magic of a wand.
Okay.
I believe that's what it's intending to stop you from doing. But
I'm persuaded by this. I think that you can do it. You could activate the rod, you can press the button, you can physically interact with something, right? But you
Right.
can't. You could draw a card from the deck of many things with Mage Hand,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
presuming that
Um,
the deck of many things doesn't require you to also like have intent, which I think it does, right? Because I think the deck of many things requires you to declare the number of things you're drawing and then draw them.
Yeah.
That is correct. Yes.
So I think there's some kind of magic between you and the deck of many things. But yeah, artifacts and wondrous items are weird. They break a lot of the rules of magic items, which is, I think, why they're artifacts and wondrous items.
Well, I've been wishy-washy, so I guess you don't know either. So try it and find out.
Yeah, I was gonna say, doesn't River have a Mage Hand as a cantrip?
It does.
Yeah, Mage Hand is my
Yeah.
cantrip. Yeah.
Let's do a thing where we just like we'll throw the rod, and River will like send his Mage Hand out and try and click it before it hits the ground.
Are we going to do that right now instead of what the task that we're doing right now? Or are we,
Yes, we need to clarify this.
Well, are we trying to use the immovable rod to do anything in this situation?
Well, I thought we weren't. Like, you were just gonna go on a rope and just like climb out.
Right. So if we're not, then I guess we don't have to do this experiment right now.
But this
Leave it as an open mystery of the universe.
cool.
So, are you guys all going to come on this side of the door and stand,
Mhm.
you know, backs against the wall?
Yep,
Yeah.
I'm there with you.
I'll be the one closest to the front.
Try and counterweight me.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna slowly walk out and see how far I can get before the trap triggers.
Before he goes out any further than right here, I'm going to click the rod. I'm gonna, what is it, like put the rod like on a belt or something on me and click it. So just in case we all just start falling forward, I'll be able
Right.
to just I'll embrace the party.
Yeah.
How many feet of rope? How much slack is there?
I have 50 feet of rope. Presumably, it takes about 5 total feet to like tie around my waist and tie to the piton. So I have about 40, 45 feet of slack. So 10, 20, 30, 40. So somewhere in here is the farthest I can get before the rope tightens.
Okay. You get out to about the end of the third square, and that's where everything starts to tip.
Okay, I
So-
scramble back. Do you need initiative?
I'm gonna say give me a dexterity saving throw to see if you lose your balance.
Yeah, part of the reason I offered to do this is I have very good dexterity.
Nice. Our rogue.
16.
Okay, you succeed. You're able to scramble back up to, I'll say, the start of the second square there. It's still tipping.
Yeah.
And
I'm very much in like nope, fuck, nope mode. Like,
okay.
so I guess
Uh,
we're leaving. What did they experience? Like, did they see anything interesting?
So yeah, it looks like so it was about the middle where it starts to where the counterweight starts to happen, and the back end close to the door lifts up, and if you guys had looked down, you would see that this is the way I'm picturing the strap works, that there's kind of a little bit of a lip sticking out from the wall, a little further down below that ledge, so that because it's counterweighted, when it tips back, that's like it kind of locks itself into place there.
Right.
Oh, so it's like there's this L like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it can't tilt all the way this way. Right.
Hmm.
All right. So we'll say if that's what you wanted to do, you managed to kind of scramble back up and get onto the ledge, but you guys are all kind of like on that 1 foot.
Yeah. Did you? So. So did anybody see enough to know? And I'm asking you guys. Did any of you see enough to know where the axis of rotation is?
I'd say best you could surmise it. It seems like it's the pivot point seems to be close to the middle, about where it started to tip. But it's probably the way that it's weighted. It's a little bit more likely to tilt forward than it is to tilt back. So it takes a little bit of, once you put some weight, it'll start to tilt forward,
Interesting.
but it's prevented from tilting all the way back the other way by this lip.
Yeah. And so we're on this part, standing on that 1 foot, and then like as soon it goes like this, then it slams down on the slip thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you think you could use the immovable rod to keep it from tipping?
Yes, let's try it out. So you coming back, us realizing that there's a slip thing, I'm gonna put the immovable rod right in the middle, past like, we were fine, we were stationary, but like we noticed where the floor would move up and down. I'm gonna put mine at like the very tip there and turn it on. So turn it off, take it off, put it on, turn it on. Do you want to go ahead and
So
walk again?
I think that if I'm understanding what you're saying, I think that the little lip that it kind of catches on is a little bit further down underneath that 1 foot ledge, and it kind of sticks out a little further than that. So right now, if you're going to put the immovable rod like above part of the first square so that it kind of gets stuck. That's what you're trying to. Okay.
Yeah. Put it just right on the floor, like on the floor totally, and then
And
click
you
it.
activate it with the button facing down, right? So that when the floor comes up, it pushes the button.
Exactly. There you go.
Yeah, no, that's the Three Stooges version of this.
Yeah. No, the button's facing up.
Yeah.
Click.
All right, I'm willing to give that another shot then. So now that I know where that pivot point is, I'm just gonna sort of quickly walk out to that pivot point. I'm still wearing the rope, and then I will sort of slowly go across it. I expect to feel the floor move at least a little bit.
Yep. Floor starts to move. You guys have activated the immovable rod, correct?
Yes.
It's
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So it seems like it's getting stuck on the immovable rod, but you're meeting that resistance. It's starting to shake a little bit, and you're starting to see a little bit of a crack form in the floor because the rod is not
Uniform.
uniform, and it's not all the way across. So it's
I can't see any of this shit.
Yeah.
I am 40 feet away, 30 feet away.
I'm assuming you can feel it though. You feel something not good happening.
I mean,
he wouldn't feel much of a tremor. It's very slight at this point.
all right. Well, if nobody's gonna say anything, I'm gonna keep walking out. Once
Wait.
I felt the floor sort of stop.
Yeah. So like we hear it. Do we hear anything? Do we hear like stone cracking on our end? Like do we hear and see things?
You're not hearing much. You are seeing like a little bit of a crack form, but it doesn't seem like it's. It doesn't seem like the crack is progressing really quickly, and like the whole thing's about to crack in half. But it does seem like it's. Eventually something might happen, but it doesn't. I would let you know if it looks like it's immediately gonna start snapping in half, or you see these spider web cracks just forming all over the place or something. That is not happening yet.
Yeah. So I'm gonna yell like tread quickly, tread lightly. It's working for now. Is what I yell.
Okay. Yeah. There's no like light-footedness check. I guess there's an acrobatics. I can make an acrobatics save if I want.
It's just a saying. It's an expression. Not really like. Yeah.
No, I'm just saying that there's nothing I can do. Okay, so this is about as far as my rope will let me go. Do I see anything like interesting at the wall? Like I tried earlier to check the walls, but I was a little distracted by hanging from an immovable rod.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Give me a perception check.
25.
Okay. So the walls you noticed last time are this white alabaster,
Mm-hmm.
and you're not seeing as the floor is tilting. I mean, it's not tilting all the way now. You're not seeing it reveal anything different on the lower section of the wall that would have been concealed by the floor. It's not like you're not catching anything that looks like a mechanism, a secret door, paintings, frescoes, markings, anything like that. And looking forward, you see the pit of lava ahead of you.
Yeah. Pretty sure I've got a hammer. Yes, I do have a hammer. I would like to swing my hammer on some of this alabaster.
Okay.
See if I can crack it or deface it in some way.
Okay, you do that. Which wall are you doing it on?
The one I'm right next to here.
And about where? Okay. All right, so you start doing that. It chips away pretty easily. It appears to be pretty smooth stone that is easy to kind of cut into. But doing it for about say 30 seconds, coming up on a minute, you're not revealing anything other than just more wall.
Okay. I think at this point I'm gonna give up and return to my party. And just kind of, I got nothing.
Hmm. You're doing that part of the poem, the so check the wall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to do everything. I'm just increasingly desperate for leads at this point, right? Like,
Same. We're in that part of the N64 game where we're just like, okay, I'm just gonna press A on everything I see.
right, like yeah, it's that part in Dark Souls where you're just like, I inch along every wall, repeatedly swinging my sword.
We've used 2 charges to cover pretty much this entire area, past the big altar room, right?
I would say we started down by the pits.
Okay, we
There's
started.
still-
Yeah, you guys didn't look that section of hallway, the staircase, and nothing else previous to that.
We didn't. We used one of the charges to look down and into the lava room as well, right? Like you.
I looked through the stone-shaped stone.
Okay.
Like I didn't come into the room and run around.
Right. Makes sense. So we got 10 charges left.
Yeah. I think if we're gonna try and use true seeing in here, we'd have to take all the alabaster off the walls, which that sounds like an insane task.
No, I don't really think we should use the. I don't think we should be in this lava room.
So just so that we don't forget, I'm on the other side of the wall, recovering my rope, untying it from the baton and untying it for myself and putting it back in my backpack.
Mine's still tied all the way in the pit to the fake room.
Now that the weight is on this side of the floor kind of sinks back down, no longer fighting against the immovable rod.
Mm-hmm. I'll take the immovable rod. I'll deactivate it. Put it in my inventory.
I guess that's it. Should we leave?
No.
The only thing we haven't done is that we can still do is go through this this fog gate over here. The one in the hallway. In the second Great Hall.
In the second Great Hall, the fog way to where? Sorry.
Well, we don't know where it goes. But
Which fog? Sorry, which fog? You didn't put the chicken through it, right?
right
Okay.
here. This one right here. Can you see my mouse? Gesturing wildly.
No, I actually can't. I see rivers.
Yep, that's the one. The one the river just pointed at.
Oh. I'm also zoomed in and out. That might be a different thing, so I don't even know. Give me a letter here.
Give you what?
FWS. You said second Great Hall, right?
Yeah. There's a little brown door at the bottom of the second Great Hall.
Oh.
If I remember correctly, that was another archway with tang fog in it.
Yes, it was.
Tang.
Yeah, it's orangish fog.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say it does seem like your guys' choices are you can go back and interact with something you've previously chosen to ignore. The archway is probably the most obvious example of that, and also there are sections of the tomb that you have not checked through the gem of seeing. So
Right.
one of those two things.
maybe we could see through the fog. Like with the thing, we don't even have to go through yet. Maybe we could try to. Might as well give the second hallway a check.
Sure.
I agree.
Even the room before we check the second hallway or something. I don't know.
All right. Should we go back to the second hallway?
Let's do it.
Walk down this hallway. Jump, jump, jump across the. Well, not jump. I guess shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. Alongside the 3 pits. Up the stairs. I assume this door is still open.
Yes, it is.
All right, go out that door. Actually, could I examine the door? Can I find the mechanism into which we think we dropped that magical ring?
Sure. Give me an investigation check.
It's my best check. 21.
Okay. The slot that you guys put it through had a ramp on the other side that appeared to have a really steep decline.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a pretty thick door, and you're not seeing anything on this side that leads out into the staircase of where the slot would have led. So presumably it kind of is interior to the door, and it's leading to something underneath the floor, which is not accessible to you right now.
All right. All right, so back out through this hallway where River's already gone, apparently. Back into the second great hall. Actually, can I crawl through this waist-high red orb again?
Okay, you do that.
And when I come out here, do I get... does this area appear to have been reset? As I recall, this was like a slide trap, right?
Yeah, the section of the floor is no longer opened up, so that part does appear to be reset.
Okay. I'd like to hammer a baton into the wall.
Okay.
And tie my silk rope to it and trigger the slide trap on purpose. But try not to fall down it. Just try to get it to open itself up.
Okay, so you kind of stamp your foot on it.
Yeah,
try to put some weight on it.
My hand or whatever. Yeah.
Okay. All right, so you do that. It opens up, seeing the room. If you look into the room, you see all 3 chests are now there, including the gold one, which appears to have been returned. Somebody's fighting me.
Sorry, I was trying to help.
And all 3 chests are closed.
Mm-hmm. Does anybody remember the gold one had snakes in it? The wooden one, I believe, triggered Mr. Skeletal.
Yeah,
And the silver one was the one that had the ring in it, right?
I believe so.
Okay. I would like to lower myself in here with the rope and open the silver chest again.
Wait, with no one else there with you?
Are you guys following me? I think I just kind of was like, wait a minute, and then just fucking took off. I don't think I stopped to ask anybody anything. I was like, I want to know something. And
Yeah,
I
I
just
guess.
sort of fucked off and went down this hallway.
How about we're behind? I'm behind, but I'm not all the way behind where I was. I'm right here, the entrance of the red orb.
I'll also be out in the hallway, I guess, probably.
It looks like Rivers followed me in.
Okay,
Yeah,
so you climb down the rope.
Yep. And then
Okay.
I'm gonna open the silver chest again.
Okay, you do that. Does a 17 hit you?
I think so. 17 is exactly my armor class. Oh.
All right, meets beats.
Yeah.
All right, so you do that, and these several, three tiny
Right.
darts fly up at you into your face,
Right.
and
I
you
remember that
take. You take 7 piercing damage.
now. All right.
Right after that happens, I shout at him, "Hey, remember the darts?"
Flinching from the pain of that, shaking it off, looking down into the chests, there is a similar looking crystal box set into the compartment within the.
Does anyone remember? I don't think there was a trap on the box. Well, you know what? I'll just check it for traps.
All right, perception check.
Oof, 14.
All right, looks safe to you.
All right, I'm gonna grab the box.
Okay, you pick up the crystal box, remove it from the chest. Nothing happens. Within the crystal box, you see a ring.
Great. I'm gonna climb my rope to get back out of the room and toss the box to River and be like, just in case we get locked out.
Smart. You still have the stone, the looking stone, right?
Oh yeah. Do you want it back? We like fish it out and like hand it back to you.
Oh, I wanted to know if you felt like you wanted to use it maybe in that room you were just in, or do you not feel like there could be any secret to the walls in there?
I feel like there's no reason to believe. There's no heightened reason to believe in a secret in there, except for the 8.5 by 11 piece of paper theory, which is not a bad theory for the record. It's a solid theory.
I sort of feel like I'd be compelled to use it inside the chapel, though, because
Yeah,
I
me
feel
too.
like-
I think is the place I'm more likely to be wanting to use it.
Yeah.
So shall we rejoin the others then? I untie my rope and recover it,
Yeah.
leaving the baton here, of course.
Hey guys, Orin got shot in the face, and he has a new ring.
Cool.
Something's definitely resetting this place. I
Maybe
wonder if we can
floating
get-
big monsters.
Yeah. Or floating lizard monsters.
Okay. You didn't check that room with the gem, though, right? True seek.
No, I haven't been back up there.
Okay, so we haven't used the true seek. So do we want to use the true seek on this hallway? Do we want to use it in the altar room before us? Do we want to use it on both? We still got 10 charges. We covered a decent amount with just 2. Maybe we could cover both the altar room and this hallway with the 1.
Could be. I'm up for whatever. I'm very suggestible at this point.
Well, someone who can see better than me, I'd still be interested in this. Yeah, just this hallway, I guess, to start off.
Who wants to do it? I pull the gem out and be like, who wants to give it a shot?
It's better with intelligence, right? Or is this better with perception? Wisdom.
I don't know. We haven't been being made to roll when we've been using it.
Yeah, if you wanted to inspect something very, very closely, I might have you making a perception or investigation check, but visually, you know the stone would just give you kind of a clue that, well, you can see in darkness now, you see this thing. So I haven't been making you roll unless you're calling out that I really want to check something very closely.
Okay. I'll grab it and use a charge then, I guess, just to look down this hallway. Actually, I want to go back to. No, I'll start it from here. I'll look down at the brown door south of us, I guess, first. Do I just crack? What do I do? Like they Mitsopidalic? Right? And
You say kill Tipsy's him,
kill
and then look through the gym.
Okay, kill Tipsy's him, and I look through the gem. I look south. What do I see along this doorway?
Hey, make sure to add the gem to your inventory because I'm taking it out of mine.
Okay, what's it called? Gem of True Seeing?
Gem of Seeing, I think, yeah. And it's got 9 charges left now that you've
Yes. Gem of...
killed Kipsy Zimbit.
All right, so looking at that wall, the only thing you're seeing is the archway. Archway doesn't appear to look any differently to you. Through the gem, you're seeing this orange tinted mist in the archway, but you cannot see through the mist.
Okay, so nothing about that's changed. I turn around and look north. Do I see anything along the way? I'm also going to be walking towards the F pathway.
Okay, so once you get towards the top of the hallway, you see a glow, the outline, illuminating the outlines of this, around where this doorway was that you came through from the room with the gargoyle.
Okay.
You'd probably guess that there's some sort of enchantment protecting that as a secret door from this side and preventing you from opening it.
Okay.
Can he see through the orbs that are open?
Yes. Also, you can see the orbs are transparent. The ones which are illusions, which are the 3 that you've already revealed: the red one, the black one, and the gold one. None of the others are showing up as illusions.
Nice.
Okay.
That's convenient, I guess.
So we should have covered everything here. So that's I saw there nothing new, basically, right?
I'll say you got 5 minutes left.
I'm gonna go through this hallway and then go back. How long does it take to get to actually? If I were to try to rush and go back out into this room, to this shrine room.
I'll say if you just break out into a run, you can get into the chapel in about 2 minutes.
I'll do that.
I will follow.
Do I see anything in this main altar room?
Okay, are you?
I'm looking.
You're looking from there, or you're running around the room, kind of trying to do a
I'm
360.
going to be going over. Oh god damn it! I'm gonna be over here and then looking like. I would run over here while looking through the gem, and then slowly walk down this pathway, looking left and right, and down and up, like slowly looking around the room.
All right, are you gonna go? Are you only going up to the end of the pews and not going past the altar?
I'll go to the end of the pews first just to see what I see.
Okay, you're not seeing anything up to that point.
Okay.
Got about a
then I'll
minute
go-
left.
then I'll go past and then check the rest of the. I'll look at the altar and I'll look at the doorway where the chicken was before, and then the rest of the items in this area.
Okay, so in the first part of your circle, looking at the arch, or excuse me, looking at the altar, looking at the archway, nothing's looking different. The archway filled with the Tang mist, can't see through the mist. However, when you look through the doorway that was opened with the slot, you see the outlines of the outlines of what appear to be a door frame here.
On the other side. Oh, okay. I tell. Well, the only one in here right now is Oren, so I tell Oren.
Dang.
Oh,
Here in this wall?
Yes.
yeah. Do you see
Alright.
anything? Do you see anything? I give him the gem for whatever few seconds there is left of
Nah,
the thing.
The spell's on you. I don't think it's transferable.
Oh. Oh. Well, yes. Then I try to remember where the door handle would be or things like that. Like,
I guess I'll search this wall.
Okay, perception check.
16.
Okay, so you're not feeling the outlines of anything that feels like a door. At this point, the effects of true sight through the gem fade, but Tal would tell you that he definitely saw the outline of a door frame in that wall that you were just checking.
Can I take 10 or take 20 to really just feel up every inch of the wall and try and
I mean,
go ape shit?
can I help? Like, I saw it. Am I able to help and perceive? I don't understand how this would work here.
Yeah. All
Like,
right.
if I can't find anything-
Both of you give me an intelligence check.
Ooh. 10 with no bonus.
I have a question before I give you this intelligence check.
Okay.
Would you say that this intelligence check is a saving throw against magic?
This is not a saving throw. It is a check.
Okay, that's fine. So, does that mean I don't get to add my proficiency bonus? It's just the +4.
So I'm asking you for intelligence. I'll see if there's a skill I think that this might count as.
I got a 10 if I am just doing raw intelligence, or a 15 if I get my proficiency bonus. But why is that +5? My proficiency bonus is only +4.
Are you proficient in Arcana?
I am proficient in Arcana.
I'll let you add that.
Great. So that's +8, so 14.
Okay, Oren. It comes to you realize that okay, I'm not feeling the outlines of a secret door here, but I know that True Sight and the Gem of Seeing was revealing the secret door, and I know that the properties of the gem were that they would reveal a secret door if it was concealed by magic.
Right.
So maybe there's some sort of enchantment which is preventing me from feeling the door or seeing it normally.
Right. That's where I was going to go next. Is be like, well, maybe somebody should try and dispel magic.
Let's see what I got. What you said I saw an outline door, right? But this is still stone to me. Does this still just look like stone to me?
Feels and looks like ordinary stone wall, but you saw the outline of about the normal size of a door. Like that section of the wall in the shape of an outline of the door would have been kind of glowing to you when you looked at it through the gem.
I do have Dispel Magic, but I'd have to know what type of school of magic I believe. Let me double check that.
I don't think that's true.
Is that not true? I would just use Dispel Magic.
So it's an enchantment. It's abjuration, I think. No. Whatever the illusion school is.
It might just be called illusion if that's the case.
Yeah,
I probably
you
would.
don't know that the school of magic on this wall, if whether it's illusion or abjuration or what, you don't know. But dispel magic. Any spell of 3rd level or lower on the target ends when you cast it. So that might work. If it's a higher level spell, you might have to make a roll.
Okay, I'll use Dispel Magic on this.
You cast Dispel Magic, and yeah, so you
Yeah.
cast Dispel Magic. The outline that you saw before shimmers for a second, and you're now seeing just a normal wooden door with a pull handle.
Okay, wait. Let's reference the poem. Make sure.
I got nothing.
This is just a door. There's no keyhole.
There is not a keyhole. It does have a pull ring.
I'd like to check for traps.
Yeah,
Okay, give me a perception check.
I'm gonna step slightly away
29.
just to not be in the exact tile.
29.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Best you can tell, does not appear to be trapped and does not appear to be locked.
If someone opens the door, I can hold my shield up and go through.
Should we go through this door?
I would be careful not to just bundle through, because there might be a pit, at the other end of this door.
If someone opens it, I'll go through with my shield up.
Do we know which way it opens? Are the hinges on the bottom or the top or the side?
Oh yeah.
The hinges are on what would be the north side, and it appears to open towards you with the pull ring.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so I do that thing that you can do with doors where you like pull it open but also step aside with the door.
Hmm.
My shield's up.
Okay, it opens. It moves freely and opens.
Cool.
Tell me your LFIC.
What do we see?
All right, looking through.
For the record, I see nothing. I see a door in my face.
All right, you see ahead of you. So Tal is the one who's looking through the door.
Yes.
Hmm.
Okay, you
Shield
see shields up.
Could probably just stone shape through.
You see a hallway, which appears to go on for about 30 feet. And then the hallway appears to make a turn and start going south.
Okay, who's our pit trap checker? I forgot how that worked. Someone just like
That's me.
smacked the floor with a.
10 feet at a time, checking for pit traps.
All right, give me a perception check for the first square.
I'm only gonna do the first 2 squares because before I step into the 3rd square, I want to poke my head around the corner and look.
Okay.
Perception check.
I'm gonna be one square behind him each time.
28.
Also, I'm gonna give you guidance each time. Guidance since you're near me.
What's that? +1?
I think it was the +1d4 or something.
All right.
Correct. Yes. All right. So you have to touch him to do that. So right, you're following along behind him and just tapping him on the shoulder every
That
time
is correct.
he moves it forward. Yeah. Okay. With your roll on the first square, that looks safe to you.
Okay, I step on.
Nothing happens.
Great. Let me find my 1d4. I recently cleaned my office, which involves, of course, hiding all my things from myself. Do you mind if I do 1d8 over 2 instead of 1d4? Oh, there's my 1d4. Got it. All right. $22 on the next one.
Seems safe to you.
Thank you very much for that that guidance. It's pretty cool. All right, look around the corner.
Okay, you look around the corner. You see that this hallway goes on for about another 40 feet. And appears to end with a ordinary looking door similar to the one you guys just revealed with a pull ring.
All right. Should we check these last 5 squares?
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to give me guidance on each of them?
Yep.
It's getting dark. 23.
Square seems safe to you.
All right, step into it.
Nothing happens.
Okay, next square. 20.
That one looks safe to you.
Step into it.
Nothing happens.
29.
Next square looks safe to you.
Step into it.
Nothing happens.
18.
Seems safe.
Step into it.
Nothing happens.
31.
Floor looks safe.
Step into it.
Nothing happens.
And last but not least, check the door for traps. Can I get another guidance on this one?
Of course.
$17.
Best you can tell, does not appear to be trapped and does not appear to be locked.
Same deal. Does it open towards us?
Opens towards you. The hinges are on the east side.
Okay, I got my shields up.
All right. Pull it open.
Okay. This door appears to open up into a room. And
Or very good, but nothing's ever good here.
forgive my not to scale drawing, but it appears to be 60 feet by 40 feet. And I will describe what you see.
Diaz and River, have you guys been keeping up, or are you waiting for us to come back and get you?
We're around the corner, I think.
Okay.
Like around here.
So looking into the room, the walls all appear to be lined with shelves. On the shelves are various urns, pots, and jars. Some of them are clear, some sort of glass vial. They look like they're made out of glass. Some of them are like clay pots that aren't, made out of any transparent material. Also on the floor, there are a couple of clay pots and what look like urns. And you also see a large desk with a stool that is approximately here. And you also see 4 tables. On the tables are what appear to be linen wrappings and tools of some sort. Can't quite get a good look at them from here. And then in the center of the room, there are 3 what appear to be vats or cauldrons.
Great googly moogly.
Alright, this is some unnatural looking shit to me, but an experiment room?
This feels like a very good stuff.
Yeah.
Classroom, a lab? Place is cursed.
Yeah, truly. I was expecting a column tall.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
A what? A column tall?
Mm-hmm.
And,
Or at least Iron Man Visage Grim.
and at the far end of the room, it looks like there's not a door here, but you do, kind of tilting your head, you can see that it appears that this room leads out into a hallway that continues
All right.
past.
Cool.
Well, we'll have to search the shit out of this room next time.
Yeah, next time. Good job, everyone. We pressed A on all the walls.
I sure did.
And I will also say that I'm doing milestone leveling. This is the first milestone, is finding that door. So next session, your characters can be level 11.
Oh, wow.
Okay,
So
I have
if
to
we
look.
want to, if you guys want to do that offline and we just spend the next session playing, that's cool. If we want to take next session to get some help with your character sheets, we can also do that. Or if you have any questions, you can try to ping me on Slack during the week. I'll see if I can answer them.
Okay, sounds good. Until next time, I guess.
Yeah.
I have a question
talent.
for,
What'd you say?
I have a question for people who are more internet savvy than me.
That's not me.
It's completely unrelated to anything. I keep going to a site that I need it to be the UK version of the site,
Mm-hmm.
but it always redirects me to the US version. Is there anything I can do to stop that from happening?
You can get on a VPN.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all I can do, though. I can't block it from knowing my location or something in settings, and that would stop it.
What it's doing is it's geofencing your IP. And so it's saying, oh, you're connected from an American IP address. I'll redirect you to the complex America.
Yeah.
I've written that logic before, is what I'm saying.
It's so frustrating, though, because, specifically I'm trying to buy something on that site to ship locally to a UK. And if without it, it's going to, try to use my US address until it'll ship it to the US and then back to the UK and charge me for doing that. And
that's the worst.
I need to do that.
Yeah, and it should clear up really quick if you get on a VPN. There's a few free ones that you can use to just mask your IP address so that it looks like it's coming from a UK IP.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay, I'll figure that out. Thanks, guys.
Yep. Anyway, the thing I was so excited about it is I just got reliable talent, which I believe means that the worst I can roll is a 10.
Nice.
What the fuck?
That sounds right.
Yeah,
That stuff, I'm assuming.
Whenever you make an agility check that lets you add your proficiency bonus, you can treat any d20 roll of 9 or lower as a 10.
Yep, that's awesome.
Oh,
So with guidance, that's an addition. That's a minimum of 11.
Yeah. So like I now can't roll less than a 21 to check for traps.
All right,
sick.
great. That's awesome.
And it's for going down that rabbit hole with Thor's hammer plus the immovable rod, trying to discuss all that. That was fun.
I also get an additional d6 of sneak attack damage, so that's nice.
Oh my god! All right.
If
All right,
I'm
I'll see you on.
if I'm me, I was frustrated on your behalf. If I'm Gygax, I guess I was just laughing. But you guys like checked every part of that section of hallway except the part with the
Just the
secret
one that
door.
had the secret door, yeah.
And at one point, I was like, "Well, you guys haven't checked this hallway," and you're like, "Yeah, no."
Look, we
We
don't
figured
know
that.
where to play secret doors, okay? We're just
No,
trying to get
no.
coverage, all right? We would have focused on areas.
Gygax.
Gygax
is
enjoyed
laughing.
us. Enjoyed us. Fucking
Yes.
checking
We'll send the
every
video.
wall check.
Yeah, we'll send the video to him. Look what you made us do. Okay. Bye, everyone.
All right.